Hi, my name is Marisa Bozarth. I'm the Museum Curator of History for the Burlington County Division of Parks, and we're excited to bring to you another series of our artifact highlights here at the Lyceum. We're going to introduce you to a few artifacts that aren't necessarily always seen by the public, some that are, but you might not always know the story behind them. So we're very excited to be able to share these with you. So this book dates to about 1882. Unfortunately, it's not in the best condition, which is why it's not on display for people to see. But it records the majority of the fires for Relief Fire Company. From the very first one in here is 1754, and it records up till 1920. And you might be wondering, well, if the book was written in 1882, why does it have a fire from 1750s in it? It's because their secretary, the gentleman that compiled this, Joseph Calgill, was also considered sort of the Mount Holly historian. So he went back through newspaper records, minute books, pretty much any record he could find about local fires, and wrote it all down in the book, and then continued it, and other people continued it after him in order to go all the way up until the 1920s. It gives you, in the front, he put a little bit of his own history in here. Joseph C. Calgill, he was the secretary and the treasurer for Relief, and also served as their first assistant chief. The interesting thing is some of the early ones, they're quite a little bit longer. They give you a little bit more detail on what happened. As we get into the back of the book, or further in, where we get into we're just going to pick up half the book. When we get into the 1900s, they're very short and sweet. Fire took place, this is where it was, this was the damage. They don't really give you a lot of detail. It's much more just, it happened. Where the ones in the beginning, they give you a little bit more information. And it's an interesting thing to have, because the Relief Fire Company is the oldest volunteer fire company still in continuous use in the country. So it's a historic fire company in itself. They started in 1752 as the Britannia Fire Company of Bridgeton, which Mount Holly was known as at the time. After the Revolutionary War in the 1787, they changed the name. They wanted to get rid of the Britannia, cut off all ties to Great Britain. So they changed their name to the Mount Holly Fire Company. And then in 1805, they became the Relief Fire Company, which is what they have been known as ever since. So the book is kind of interesting. Let's see. Let's see if there's one in here that you can actually see where he marks down where he's getting the information from too, in the margins. So this particular story he found in the New Jersey Mirror. The one over here he found in the Relief Minute books. So it just depends, but he credited everything, gives you the dates, gives you the time that the fire took place, and then a little bit of detail about the actual fire. So it's a unique look into our early fire history for Burlington County.